Kia ora. I want to talk a little bit about the weave and facilitation. We're running workshops on this at the moment because I heard a real need amongst a lot of people I talked with in business and government and not-for-profits that it was a leadership skill that wasn't really being looked at that carefully. And yet it's probably one of the most powerful and most important leadership skills that people could have. Because facilitation is quite different from other leadership skills, such as chairing a meeting, organising a meeting, fronting a meeting, presenting at a meeting, because it's about the people, the room, the state of the room, the state of the people, and a level of inclusion to get the best out of a group. Now, there's many leadership competencies that work in that area, but not a lot of them are around facilitation to figure out what's really going on in a room, what's really going on with people and all the dynamics of a group. In fact, group dynamics altogether is a really important area. So why is it important? Well, I think it's particularly important today because we are so diverse as people everywhere on the planet. Every workplace, every home, every community has more diversity in it. That's not just ethnicity and gender identities, but it's thinking and behaviours and identities. Because we've gone through quite a long time of encouraging people to express their identity in their own way. So we've got a more diverse community everywhere we turn, and here in New Zealand particularly. So how do we navigate that? How do we navigate that effectively so that people can have some common ground to get things done, to take actions, to get results, to gel as a group, whether it's a work team, a not-for-profit organisation, or even a family. So that's why I've put together the Weave Facilitator Workshop. And there are some key things that make this particularly effective. One is that weaving as a metaphor is absolutely universal. So every culture, every person can understand this very practical thing that's in all our environments. Secondly, it's an opportunity to bring together some bigger picture thinking, some visionary ideas with some practical implementation. But above all else, there's room for everybody in the weave as a model, because in fact we need to be more inclusive than ever before. And we hear about diversity and inclusion, D&I, as important strategies in the world today. Well, how do we get that inclusion working? And the weave is a brilliant opportunity to do that. So I just wanted to share that with you briefly and get your thinking about, well, how can we look at different ways of facilitating upskilling, looking at what's really going on. What are the unseen things as well as the seen things that are going on in all our cultural dynamics, whether it's workplace culture, whether it's the culture of our community, our families, or all the places that we operate. And so this is really an invitation. We'll be running these workshops on both November 8th and November 21 in Auckland, and you're most welcome to come. You can register below, or you can contact me at andrew.melville@spoke.co.nz. It'd be great to have you along. Ka kite anō.